All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Kansas City Chiefs. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. No, lady.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Tackle made at the 36-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 36-yard line.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Check.
Now Joe Mixon. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Joe Mixon, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Drake. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. I got it. Check 3. Now.
Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. That good for 22 and a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Jets' 43-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
49, check 49. Kill.
Henry. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game.
Get that quarterback at all costs. Shift. Go out. Hey, echo. Get it.
Looking to throw. Ledford. And going deep into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Darnold. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Jets get the quick strike touchdown. Now the try here for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Next to score, Jets 14, Chiefs nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. He goes 86 yards on the kick return as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they got to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Leo. Begin.
From the gun, Ledford. They're going deep for Hill. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field. Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
On 1st down, this is Geis. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The 26-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
On the ground, it's Geis. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
Here we go. Blue draw quarters. 70, Indy. Ready?
3rd down, here's Geis. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And Butker able to put this one through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the turn.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
14, Chiefs 10.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Nixon will try the right side, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs, but the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Here's Darnold. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. So they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Check the outs, check the outs, check the outs. Check 31, check 31. Slam, slam, slam. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Greystone, travel. 36, 36.
This is Geis. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the block, motion, block, block, block. Check, 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 check. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship, watch the ship. Ship, ship. Gone, gone. Now.
Here's Geis.
No.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
And now a carry here for their fullback. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That one good for 12 yards and a Kansas City first.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Squeeze.
They'll try and run with their fullback. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Jets' 29-yard line.
Set. 30 base. Check 53 is mine. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey. General West. You don't want it. Check 4. Check 4. Check your backer. Check your backer. Check 99. Get it.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3rd and 6.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
Rush in. Rush in. Rush in.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Oh, and it's off the mark. Harrison Butker pushed it to the right, and this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On 2nd and 7, Darnold. And some room to maneuver.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Let's go now. 60 or.
Focus, defense, focus. Kill.
Geis. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Darius Geis with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
This is Mixon. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Tackle made there by the UCF man, Mike Hughes.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the 45 on second down. Darnold under pressure now. Darnold, and he goes down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
Go!
I'm coming for his son. I'm coming for his son. Check 55.
3rd and long. It's Darnold. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
But we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Watch out. Big Dan, ready? Kill. Ready?
A draw play for Mixon. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
It's just me and you. Hey, Orbit.
Darnold now to throw. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back gains of 17, and they are really on the march now. It's a first down. That's going to set him back 5 yards. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And his kick here is good. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it. And that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This will be fielded at the 8. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off-play action. Ledford. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Hey, defense, let's go. Check, 42's the mic. Check. Red 80. And we're pretty quiet.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. And got his man complete. That's good for 28 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there.
Here we go, D.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Darnold. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Bravo.
Darnold to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. This is Mixon on the draw, and he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down near the 5. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Mike. Check tight end. Check.
Recon, 132. Ready?
They'll run with Geis. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
53's mine. I'm coming for
X3, 218, chop. Go.
They stay on the ground. Geis again.
Go, go, run, run, run.
And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 34.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have you guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Watch the edge. Check.
Look at me. Score, score.
They'll run with Henry. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
Lock it.
Check.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
90, Wolf.
53, Mike 53. Hey, let's get in that run.
Now a run with Geis. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. And the kick by Butker is good. And with that, they take the lead here, 20-17. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
At their own 27-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 35-yard line.
Check. 2's the mic. Check. 42's the mic. Check. On 3. Motion. Mike 42.
Now they run with Mixon. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Watch the slant. Watch the safety creep.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. He will have a first down here at about the 40. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. And the Jets first down.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Watch 4-2. You. Hey, exit. Mike 42. We got time.
Darnold on first down. Flushed, and he's taken down. Trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
How many times have we sat with coordinators, and especially the defensive guys, they've talked about big plays, sacks. They often come in bunches. Well, it may not be a bunch here, but that is the third sack of the game for them.
And around sack 3 or 4, I would think it starts to get in the quarterback's head a little bit.
Not just the quarterback, the offensive play caller, the offensive line, knocks people off balance and changes what they normally do.
After the sack here, 2nd and 11.
You got tight. You got tight right there.
Stop. Mike 42.
Double dog. That's the way.
Switch.
Now it's Mixon running right. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Hey, team 6.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
42. Mike 42. Check. 42.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. That's complete to Meredith. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Darnold now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go.
Again, it's Mixon. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Joker. Out. Ready.
On the delay, it's Mixon. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Come on now. Show it.
Shoot! Watch the shoot!
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Hey, watch it! Lady!
Check. Fresno.
Topper!
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Hey, dude!
Darnold from the gun. Going to throw right side here. Complete. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
At the 31-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Matchbox lights. Go.
He's coming to you. He's coming to you. Motion. Hey. Lights 57.
Shoot.
Operating from the gun. Ledford completes it to Watt. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Come on, set. 18 Gator.
Hey, I'm coming.
49, check 49.
Kill.
Bam. Check 9. Shoot. Hit it.
Shotgun handoff now to Geis. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike.
To throw on second down. Ledford, and his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, but now it'll be third down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on third and 9.
58.
From the gun, Ledford. And Austin Safarian-Jenkins has it. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here we go. 60 or. Rock it. You can't block me. You can't block 6'6", pull it high. Jam.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Big edge.
Ready.
Back to the ground game now with Geis. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
And 9 at the Jets' 44-yard line.
Ready. 15 line. 15 line.
Rabbit. Watch safety creeping.
Hard.
Slam. Check 50.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
Set, ready. 10 Lobo.
Hey, tight. Check your hot read. Check 31. Slam.
Let go.
They'll hand it down to Geis. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with third and 5.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. You've got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. Third and 5. On the ground, it's Geis. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Everything right now resting on the right foot of Harrison Butker. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Everything right now resting on the right foot of Harrison Butker. This from long, very long range. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Get ready. 36, 36.
Now Joe Mixon. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Here we go again. Here we go again. Check. Tighten up.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mixon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Right. He's tight right here. Tight on the right. Hey, we got 3 down. Spawn. No. Man, 82's the mic. Check. 42's the mic. Too little. Lady. Alert 3.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
Mike 42, check. Mike 42. Get in the weight room. Ringo.
A first down throw, Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. Completes this one to Meredith. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Little OT scramble drill that time, Mr. Davis.
And partner, I can tell you from personal experience, nothing drives a defense crazier than having things covered and the quarterback takes off and picks up a first down or big yardage. Because whether you're in zone or man, it's easy to lose track of him because you don't always have someone assigned to him. And once he goes, now everybody's scrambling to try and tackle him.
Hey, lady. 87's mine. I got 87. Watch the twist. Play it. Kill. Red 80. Here we go.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. First down, it's Darnold. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Check four. Check it backer.
They'll run here with Mixon. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. 3rd and 8 situation, a tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive.
Rush in. Switch. Back.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up, because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
Rip right.
Coaching spell. Hey.
Now a first throw here in overtime. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Off the play fake. Ledford eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Hey, Sam off.
I'm trying to collect. Slam. Check 13. Hey, alert 3.
Big grip.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Ledford, and going deep for Hill. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
I'm coming after you. Mike,
Get it.
On 4th down, Ledford nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for the Jets, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody.